Thank you all for stopping by Aces and Eights Car Club. I'm Clay. I'm here with Scott, one of the members, and we're going to do another episode of the Members Ride. So y'all please like and subscribe and stick around and look at one badass car for the next 15 minutes or so. All right, Scott, so this is your 1951 Henry J, right?
Yes, it is.
So how long have you had the car?
I've had the car about 3 years now.
3 years? Where'd
Yeah.
you find it?
I found it down in Tampa, Florida. I bought it back in 2020. When I bought the car, I was looking to buy a car that me and my father could, tinker with.
Was he always in the cars, or?
My father's been a mechanic for as long as I know. He's always been in that industry. And he's getting a little older, he's retired. And I figured, find something that we could tinker with and, little things, give him something to do. And I run across this, and it just happened to be a fluke thing that when I was looking for cars, this came up, then it disappeared. So I thought it was sold because I held off on buying it. It was a little more than what me and my dad could drive. So it came back up about 3 months later for sale. And I just said, this is the one. It come back up for a reason. I've already seen it. My brother and my dad went and looked at it for me and checked it out. And it, I just couldn't pass it up. It was too cool of a ride. So I bought this. And it didn't need a bunch of work, but it just needed a refresh. And that's where, I redid the interior and the outside. I didn't have to do a whole lot to it. Just keep it clean, tighten up a couple things, adjust a couple things, line it up. But that was about as far as I've done on the outside.
So what does he think about it now?
I got married about 2 years ago, and my dad hasn't seen it since the day I had bought it and dropped it off at the house. And he was impressed. My dad taught me a lot of things as I was growing up. So I have those abilities, and I wouldn't have them without him being patient
Right.
and teaching me as I was a kid to do it. So he was impressed. I took my time, and he came up to me at my wedding. He was proud of what I had done. So
Right.
that meant a bunch to me.
So did y'all use this in your wedding?
We did. This is the car we pulled up in, and it was awesome because we got married on Halloween. So I was Frankenstein and my wife was Bride of Frankenstein. And we come pulling up and get out of the car, and everybody was out there. And then when we drove off at the end of the night, we had changed our costumes a couple times. But it was cool to have this part of our wedding, because the car's been a big part of our lives. I mean, it was years of the wife yelling because I was out in the garage and not inside. But she appreciates it now, and she absolutely loves the car. So it was worth every bit of it.
I think everybody can see the style. Like, it goes from the outside, from the very front, all the way to the back, and it's even through the inside. Like, it's the most even car through. It's not splotchy like a lot of cars you see. People put old school motors in there, and then the outside looks like a brand new, Buick LeSabre, or, Hyundai paint job or whatever color, you know what I mean? Something
Right.
like that.
Yeah, no, I tried to hold to the style of what was outside to match to the inside. I didn't want to go new and fancy. I wanted to match the car and make it right, and I think I did a pretty good job. But it's got a lot of little hidden things that just certain people will catch, certain people won't. But I built the car for me and my wife, and that's if you like it, awesome. If you don't, keep walking.
Right.
It's one of those deals because you don't own it, you didn't put the time into it. I did, and this is what I interpreted it should be.
Right. So, like, on the interior, you did all that, and, like, we'll go into that in a minute, but he did all the interior, and you don't know how to sew?
No, I don't sew at all. Yeah, it was a learning curve on how to do certain things. But I was fortunate enough where I worked with a gentleman that used to do tops and stuff like that. So I watch him and work with him, and he taught me how to wrap things and stuff like that. So I had a little bit behind me, but it's, hands-on, it's different, and you always try and do something with different materials to add the textures to it. So more or less, it was a lot of material and a lot of time, but I think it came out pretty nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you.
What about what's the best ride you've been on in this car since you've owned it?
I went on the Power Tour just recently, 2023, and it was a 1,000-mile tour. We left out of Atlanta, ended up in Tennessee, and then I drove back. I went down the Dragon's Tail and then headed back home. So it was about 1,400 miles all in all in a week, and she did great. I didn't have any issues, and it was just a joy to drive. It really was.
What were the fans like there at the Power Tour? The other motorists and enthusiasts of cars, what were they thinking of it?
It was something that a lot of people don't see, so it was a lot of attention. No matter where we went, we had crowds coming around, a lot of photos taken, a lot of people wanting to know just what it was, and it was good because you had a lot of interaction with other people, and it was nice. That was the fun part of the tour for me, was people wanting to know and just seeing where it sat on the plateau of, is it a cool hot ride? Did I, where does it go? Because this all came from me, and I got a lot of time and everything invested in it, and a lot of people were really happy and said I did a good job on, matching the outside to the inside, and it made me feel good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like to see where your chips stack up against
Yes.
higher level cars, not your local show, not your average people. There's a lot of YouTube celebrities that are out there. I know like Vice Grip Garage, and those people were out there on the Power Tour. I've seen some of their videos,
Yep.
and I'm sure they would go ecstatic over this car. Like, it's just, pictures don't do it justice. Like, it's
Yeah, it's
absolutely,
hard to
hard
see
to
it.
capture everything on film. I don't know. I mean, what about your worst trip? Have you had a bad trip or anything?
Coming over today.
Yeah, right.
I had a bolt come loose on one of my shocks, and that let go in the back. So we drugged that for a little bit, and that's about the only bad thing that I've had happen in this car. So I'll accept that.
But it wasn't bad, though. I mean, it was one shock bolt came out, so the rear shock hung down over the railroad track. So we pulled over at a gas station that said no parking. It was for Coweta County Police. And we were working on it. Then another gentleman came, and he had like a 64 C10 truck.
Yeah,
Pulling a
nice
bass boat.
gentleman.
His name was David or something. He was a really cool guy. Offered tools and jacks and
Offered to help.
all
It
the
was-
stuff
it was
we've been
very
riding
cool.
around without for a while.
Yeah. He helped out a bunch, but it's nice to know that you have people still out there that do that,
All right, so tell us a little bit about the car.
The motor's set 6 inches back on the car. The grill's cut 3 inches off each side. It's whoever did the body work. It's shaved door handles.
It's got poppers on them, the door handles and
Yep,
everything.
it's got the poppers on it, which are good and bad at the same time, but
That's with
it
anything
looks
electrical,
slick.
though, yeah.
Yep.
And then you did like the bumpers, like done away with, I guess.
Yeah, it's got the little Nerf bars on it that look okay, but I don't know. I guess stay with the style of what you got to work with.
Right. It's got, so like on the running gear, as far as engine and transmission, I know it's a small block Chevrolet, but like what kind is it?
We got a small block 350 in it. It's got a scat crank. It's got a Outlaw cam in it. It's got roller rockers in it. It's got 202 heads, Iron Eagle heads. It's got an AVS2 600 carburetor on it, high-rise intake, shorty headers. It's got AC. It's got power windows. It's got the luxuries, man. For a car from back in the day, it's comfortable to drive.
Yeah, you have like the badass stereo in it and big
It's
ass
got
woofers in it.
it's got two 10-inch subs in the back. It's got 700 watt, 750 watt old school amp. And then it's got two 6x9 5-ways. It's got another amp that powers those and 6-inch subs up front, a couple tweeters. But it sounds good.
And you got navigation and all that on it.
I put another stereo in it, and yeah, it's got a touch screen. It's got the Apple CarPlay. You hook it up to your phone, and it's nice to get around to the car show.
And then, like, what about it's got like what kind of front suspension's under it?
Oh, we got a Mustang 2 front end on it. It's sitting on a Fat Man chassis. It's got a 22-gallon stainless steel gas tank that was custom made for it. All in all, I mean, it's right. Someone put a lot of time into it, and I just happen to be the lucky guy that owns it now.
Right. Well, I mean, it's definitely different looking, like from the old Kaiser or whatever did it. They're like really bubble topped.
Oh, they were hideous.
Yeah, they weren't very
hideous,
attractive
man.
at all.
Add 6 inches to the windshield, and they were just, yeah, they came way up, and you know, they only made these cars for about 4 years. So it's nice. This is the first year that they come out with them. So I mean, it's bonus. It's the first year edition, but bad spot is there's no trunk.
Right. So everything's stored inside.
Yep. We got a little panel behind the stereo subs and whatnot that I have my trunk space, but you know, it's a cool ride, man.
Yeah. All right. So the pinstripes, those are real nice, and they're not like fresh. They look, you know, weathered and.
Yeah, the bodywork, I can't take any claim for any of it, and whoever did it, it was absolutely, to me, spot on. The guy did it justice for the car that it was. So it was, but I love how he added the pinstripe, and then they dulled everything down, and you know, it's just got that old school feel to it, and that's, to me, what it used to be about.
He's got the green halos in here, like Frankenstein.
Let me ask you, do you have a name for your car?
Henrietta.
Henrietta?
It's Henrietta, yeah. Yeah, that was, the wife named it, and because that was my mistress for a while. It was years of me in the garage and taking care of, you know, the interior work, and that was my mistress, so.
I had a hamster named Henry one time, and the lady told me it was a boy hamster when I was a kid, and then Henry had a bunch of baby hamsters, so I had to name it Henrietta. I don't know, just a little inside scoop. So I got a connection to the car too.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool with the pulleys and everything.
Yeah, the gentleman had done the valve covers, and I just followed the theme because I thought it broke it up a little bit. And it's just little pops. I think I kept it in check of not going over the top. But the latest addition was the MSD ignition.
Yeah.
I just put in.
The aluminum radiator.
Yeah,
That's
the
nice.
aluminum radiator, high flow water pump. I had to put those in probably a year and a half ago. It just, you know, it just got hot, and I was like, all right, I'm not going that route. So, and what's funny is, I mean, every bit of it is just, you know, there's certain things. I went to a wider radiator, so I had to make the brackets to hold it. There's always a challenge on doing a car like this because it's just pieced together.
They don't
So
sell this stuff for it, right?
yeah, it's to chase it down to replace a pot it's more work than you think. And you know, the AC bracket, I mean, it looks simple, but someone had made that, you know. It wasn't just go to the store and get one. And that's what I love about the car. It's a hard work to keep it up and make things, fix things and make things work, but it's interesting. You learn a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely beautiful. Then, yeah, the poppers on it, and
But it's got the poppers because they shaved the door handles.
he's got the suicide handle.
Suicide knot.
I love those things, dude. Those are awesome. The doors kill me with the cables in the door. What are these cables out of? It's metal cable.
It's a stainless steel cable. It was something I hung some stuff at the house with, and I just had some laying around. But
Sex swings?
Yeah.
Just sorry, 1, 2, 3, cut. What kills me is like all the attention to detail. Like everything flows. Like you have all the skulls. They're just randomly throughout the car. I mean, even up there on the tack, there's a couple of skulls up there. The headliner with no stitching.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was round 3 on getting the headliner done. And this winter, I'm probably gonna tighten it up and do it again. So.
The knobs on the AC controls are skulls. And then even, like you said, I think, what are these, like Camaro seats or something?
These are seats out of a 67, 68 Camaro. And this is where I hide, you know, it's where I got the speakers, but it hides them, keeps it clean looking.
Got interior lights made in there.
Yep. And then you got your hidden.
Yeah, I got the hidden compartments.
Hidden compartments.
That's his toolbox. We used that earlier today.
Yeah.
And then his stereo system. I mean, it's just so much. Even the Henry J's on the dash on the other side. The little pinstriping in the corners.
I just think it all ties in together. And like I said, I was trying to keep it true to the car that's on the outside and not get too fancy on the inside. And
What do they call these? Are these like rod lights or something? Yeah, all the old school decals. Everything. I mean, just the patina on the cars is perfect. A little bit of metal here and there. The Super Rat. Tail of the Dragon. What was that like on the Tail of the Dragon with this thing?
it was a little sketchy because they, you know, I got 4.5-inch wheels out front, and it didn't really want to grip, and it slid a little bit. So we played for a little while and went down hard, and then we backed off and just cruised. But it's got the Frentzen tail lights are off of a 48 Chevy. I want to.
That's what it looks like, yeah. I love the theme though. There's just skulls in little places. It's not like overpowering. The pinstriping work.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Like I
love
said, I didn't want to go too much. I want to keep it somewhat classy, but I think it needed the little hints here and there. Like I said, it's my preference, my car. I'm allowed to have it.
Right, yeah, you can do what you want. But you want to take it for a ride? Go down the road?
Absolutely. You ready?
Yeah, whenever you are. I'm gonna go to the back. Always buckle up, kids.
Yeah.
It's a nice view, man.
It's surprisingly you can see out the windshield a lot more than you'd think, you know?
Right. Well, it's good, bro.
It ain't bad. She ain't no speed demon, but she runs good for what it is. The thing that helps me out is she's light.
Are they light? Like, how much do they weigh?
This is like 1,800 pounds.
Oh, wow, you're good on my side. I don't know either. I just find the neighborhood turn around the other way. You know, it's funny, I never been in a car with like the snorkel up in the hood.
Yeah.
I think my uncle had like the little velocity stacks, but they came up like just barely.
Yeah.
And so out of all the years, you know.
It's a learning curve because I never owned anything without the hood, with something sticking out of the hood. And it does all right, but you're definitely gonna learn because you can't see the right side of anything. So I usually hug the line a bunch. But I mean, it's a nice ride though, right?
It rides really good.
For what you think it sat so low that you know, it'd be a horrible ride, but
Well, that and with leaf springs, you think it would be worse. It's a
Yep.
leaf spring car like a Camaro. You know what I mean? They kind of beat you to death.
stiff, yeah. No, I mean, I drive this thing anywhere just because of the ride. Like I said, the wife absolutely loves it. It's her favorite car out of the ones we own. And I agree with her. It's the most easy riding one we have.
It's so smooth though, like the motor,
It's a very drivable car. Like I said, I drive it anyway, man. I just come back from the tour and I got a lot of confidence in her now. And it's just nice to have that confidence. Like I said, it runs okay. You know, it ain't the quickest thing out there, but it handles its own.
and you're just driving it just one-handed. You're
Oh,
not
yeah.
fighting it.
Yeah, and I love this little
I love those.
suicide knob.
That's
'cause it just
definitely going on the
works.
truck.
Oh, yeah. It works. It's comfortable to drive, you know. But,
You got the power windows.
yeah, it's got power windows. The only thing I'd like to do is I want to add a switch on this side to control that one, because I mean, granted, I can reach it, but it's nice to have that fingertip
Right.
place. And it's not that loud. I don't know
No.
what it's like outside, but you know, I dynamited everything when I stripped the interior, and it's a comfortable. It's not obnoxious loud, so
No, it's very quiet, dude. It's not like, you know, like your Camaro is way louder.
yeah,
I mean, it's got a lot more power, but it's way louder.
yeah. The wife is not happy about that one, but you got to do what you got to do to get the horsepower.
Yeah, we'll have to do a video on that one soon. It's like 800 horsepower to the tire. It's pretty wicked.
That's a car I enjoy to. That's race mode. It's a
Turn
fun car.
around here. That's a race motor.
Yeah, that was built for one intention, and it does what I needed to do.
And that's what, a 2010? 2014.
Yeah, it's 2010.
For some reason I went stupid for a second. She's strong though. I mean, the motor's not lagging. It's not.
Right, she's got 242 gears, and I mean it's great because I can run 80 mile an hour. I'm tacking, you know, maybe 2,500 RPM, but I'm getting 20 miles a gallon out of her
On the interstate?
on the interstate. So I really can't complain. But I mean, I would like to build a little better gear in the rear end.
Right. But once you go like that, you know, you can't go back. That's when it starts.
It's going to be tough on the pocket,
But that's when you want to go faster and faster and faster.
yeah, this is the cruiser. It's what it's going to stay. I just need a little bit more on the on the bottom end, but like I said, it's a cruiser, man. I mean, it's a comfortable car. You lean it back and
Dude, and
enjoy.
the seats are nice. Everything's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it's the first time you've been in it, man.
It is, yeah. It's amazing. Like the dash is like really cool. The dash is kind of like being in a boat. Like, you know what I mean? Like this part,
It has that feel to it.
it does a little bit like a boat, and then, but it's like it's comfortable. The seats are nice. The leg room's nice. I mean, just the ride quality.
Yeah, I mean, you can get in this thing and drive all day. It's not exhausting. I mean, it's not hard to drive. And like I said, I absolutely love it, man. I love the setup on it. So it is what it is. But yeah,
It's like
I'm
those
not-
aircraft, those jump seats that people are in. There's no way in hell to do the power tour with that.
drive for a blower.
But no, dude, I appreciate it. I think it's one of the baddest cars I've ever been in, seen. Like I said, everything about it's just, you did a hell of a job, brother. Much
Thank
talent,
you, man.
much art. It's been an honor to be in it, be around it, to have you in the club. It's been amazing.
I
And just
appreciate
cruising,
it.
dude. Like your dedication to cruising. Like you drive from Fayetteville out here, and that's like no bullshit ride anyway.
Yeah, every time we go somewhere, it's 45 minutes to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But I love it. I mean, in this, it goes by, man. It's not exhausting to drive, and that's the fun part about it.
Right.
And then I get to hang out with all you guys.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we have
So
a good
it's a
time.
great club, and I recommend it.
Well, thank you. Well, again, thank y'all. Please like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on the Henry J. It's wicked badass car, and I don't know. I wish y'all could see it in person. So come to our. We got one show July the 8th at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Sharpsburg, Georgia. Check us out. July the 8th. It starts around 10:30 in the morning, and we have another one July the 15th. So check us out on Facebook. Tell us you've seen us on YouTube, and we'll allow you in. Or we have some Instagram, we have Facebook, we have TikTok, we have a little bit of everything.
You can find us.
Yeah, you can
You
find us,
find us.
and you'll just find us on the streets, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
we do roll. That's one thing.
We
I
do
go-
cruise. We use them, and that's what it's all about,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, fuck. I mean, well, from that damn car show we just left, it was a good 40 minutes over here.
Yeah, to where we're at now, and like I said, I got hour plus ride home. But
Us too.
yeah, you guys are same distance, just different direction. But yeah, it was a pleasure, man.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely.